this is Sarah O'Keefe. We're going to be playing a piece composed by Turlough O'Carolan called Carolyn's Dream, which is arranged by Janet Sweeney for this harp duet.
Good morning, everyone. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Suzanne Mullins, and I am one of the Directors of Organisation Support and Development in Cork Education and Training Board. I would like to welcome you all to the virtual launch of Cork Education and Training Board's second strategy statement, 2022 to 2026, and Learner Showcase. I will be your MC for our virtual launch, and later I will give you a brief overview of the strategy statement. Firstly, we would like to share with everyone today a message from the Lord Mayor of Cork, Councillor Colm Kelleher.
As Lord Mayor of Cork, I'm delighted to launch the Cork ETB strategy statement from 2022 to 2026. Cork is a learning city that promotes culture, heritage, learning, health and well-being, and seeks to develop engaged neighbourhoods and communities. With these goals in mind, Cork City Council values and recognises the leadership role that Cork Educational Training Board has played with the other 3 lead partners, 2 strategic partners, and the wide range of stakeholders in the development of Cork as a UNESCO learning city, and sees its role as a key priority for the future, strengthening of education, training and lifelong learning for sustainable development of the city, our region and the benefit of all our citizens. Chomh live.
Thank you to the Lord Mayor for sharing that message with us. Next, we would like to share a message from An Taoiseach, Micheál Martin, TD.
Good morning, everybody. I want to take this opportunity to thank you, Chairperson Councillor Patrick Gerard Murphy, Chief Executive Dennis Leamy, and all at Cork ETB for inviting me to launch your statement of strategy 2022 to 2026. Denim Cogorgus live asokta made top winter makagiv Godisha. Predicting what will happen in the time ahead is a difficult business. When you launched your last statement of strategy for the period 2017 to 2021, who could have predicted a global pandemic that would have such devastating consequences for the lives of so many people in every country around the world? The impact of the pandemic and the restrictions it required has been particularly felt by our children, young people and other learners. I want to express my appreciation to Cork Education and Training Board for your adaptability, resilience and commitment, and of all of your team, your board, schools and other centres for supporting learners throughout this very difficult period. In its last strategy statement, you committed to greater use of ICT to enhance accessibility of education and opportunities. This was prescient and was of great benefit when remote and blended teaching and learning was necessary through the pandemic. I am pleased to see that the new statement of strategy builds on that commitment. It outlines a continued aspiration to increase the use of technology to offer remote and blended learning solutions. It also proposes to examine the scope for remote working for team members. Cork ETB and its predecessors, County Cork VEC and City of Cork VEC, have each contributed greatly over the years to addressing the many challenges faced by the communities in the City and County of Cork. I'm heartened to note that Cork ETB consulted widely when drawing up this comprehensive new statement of strategy. You have established yourselves as a deeply rooted member of the entire community in Cork, and your commitment to consultation ensures that you remain so. There's an old Chinese proverb which says, if you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. This is a philosophy that I share deeply, and I know you do too. Your vision of providing high-quality services which are innovative, responsive and inclusive continues a long tradition of adaptability and innovation. And your vision of providing a pathway for every learner shows a clear undertaking that education and training must have relevance to individual learners and to the world in which they live. There is no doubt that this world they live in will be dominated by the single biggest issue facing it, climate change. In the coming years, climate change will be high on the agenda for every government in the world, not least the Irish government. Ireland is committed to achieving a competitive, low-carbon, climate-resilient and environmentally sustainable economy and society by 2050. Arising from the recent UN Climate Change Conference, COP26, we will all need to do more to reach ambitious targets. This will require every state agency, including every ETB and every citizen of the state, to put climate change considerations at the heart of how we do business. That work must start now. This reality is very much reflected in you and in Cork ETB's new statement of strategy, which has been set in a national, European and international context that recognises the climate change challenge and the importance of climate action. And I strongly commend you for this. Having regard to the wider context, I'm also pleased that Cork ETB's new statement of strategy also reflects the current statements of strategy of both the Department of Education and the Department of Further and Higher Education, Research, Innovation and Science, which were launched earlier this year. All three strategy statements have, as part of their respective missions, a commitment to enabling people achieve their full potential. They each include an ongoing commitment to meeting the needs of learners and the promotion of equality. In addition, each has an appropriate focus on improving systems and infrastructure. In conclusion, I congratulate all at Cork ETB on an important and high-quality piece of work, and I look forward to seeing the successful delivery of the commitments contained within it in the coming years. Gaurav Mila Mahagwiv Galer Agus Gunai Roy Gantaliv.
Thanks to An Taoiseach for taking the time to share his message with us this morning. We now have a message from the Mayor of the County of Cork, Councillor Gillian Coughlin.
As Mayor of the County of Cork, I would like to congratulate Cork Education and Training Board on the virtual launch of their second strategy statement for 2022 to 2026. Cork ETB serves as one of the largest areas in the country, both in size and population, and offers education services that span over 125 kilometres from Castletonbear to Connacht. Cork ETB provides a pathway for every learner, an accessible route to lifelong learning, the motivation to try something new, and the support to achieve ambitions. This strategy statement will facilitate growth and development while always keeping an eye on what its learners' needs and wants are, and most importantly, how to respond to those needs. Well done to each and every contributor to this document. Those who have taken time to think about and invest in this strategy have ensured a coordinated and meaningful direction is taken. It is vital that we are all invested in the same principles and that we all share the same priorities. Cork County Council looks forward to continuing to develop the great partnership that exists with Cork ETB and working together to enhance the provision and delivery of services across the LCDC areas. I wish Cork ETB every success in the future, and I look forward to further cooperation with Cork County Council and the ETB to ensure educational excellence is accessible to all citizens across Cork County. Curve Magrath.
Thank you to the Mayor of the County of Cork for sharing that message with us. You have already seen one of our musical learner showcases at the beginning of the event, and we will now take a look at some of the other videos that were prepared for this launch. They showcase some of the talent and achievements within Cork Education and Training Board schools, colleges, centres and services.
Hello, my name is Oren and I'm currently taking part in the Transition Year Sailing module here at Scull Community College. Every Tuesday, 20 sailors of all different abilities, from complete beginners to more seasoned sailors, are lucky enough to sail here at the beautiful Scull Harbour right behind us.
Hi there, I'm Tara and I completed the TY sailing module last year. Every Saturday, over 30 students join us here at the Fastnet Marine Outdoor Education Centre. I am also now a qualified sailing instructor.
This is a fantastic opportunity for us to learn a valuable life skill whilst having tons of fun, keeping fit and connecting with nature.
Some of us will represent Scull Community College in competitive sailing in the spring. We also can gain the qualifications needed to become a qualified sailing instructor.
Hello, my name is Phil O'Flynn and I'm principal here at Terence McSweeney Community College in Gaelclosh of Vikivna in Knocknaheeny, Holly Hill. I'm very happy to share with you our Apple Showcase celebration, which will be coming up shortly. This is an annual event held at the school, but this year I think our event outdid all others.
This is my favourite project because I took a picture of the car park and I edited it to make it look cooler, and then I went into Keynote and I added Godzilla and a Christmas hat.
I really enjoyed learning more about GarageBand this year as I'm really involved with music.
I'm very interested in music and acting, so learning how to do loops and working with GarageBand really taught me a lot of what I'm going to be doing in the future.
I like drawing because it's just a really creative and fun way to relax, and I even have my own Apple Pen and animation tablet at home. My favourite thing about the sketch at school is drawing all the shadow drawings for a book that me and my classmates made.
Is sin adultaí colostáid agus toid I man sionscanna faoi láthair a fécinn or ois sa cóphobal agus conas or éitis bór fios trí gaeilge a roinnt.
Tar scoil lonathe Lorna Carrack agus Jeremy go bhfuil gaeltach beag go an seo.
Is faointe broúine an gaeilge mar sin leis an tionscnamh. Bhí sprucht a gcuin nascanna leis an cóphobal a láidriú agus arteanga a scapa.
Seo é an grúpa doing atá ag tuairt faoin tionscnamh seo leis an las príomhada Éimí ní Léire. Nuair thosníomar ar dús, bhí plé going faoi cádgur féidirling a dhéanamh. Cuamar timpeall ag fécant ar cé a bhí mórthimpeall uirinn sa ceantar. Bhí mór méid gnólachtaí ann agus customéirí ag dul isteach agus amach antú.
Bhirtíimar an deis a thuairt de gach aine tríle bhaint as an Gaeilge labhairt. Rinneamar cinenne chun fóstéirí le phrásaí as Gaeilge a chur le chéile le roinnt le gach gnó. Cuirmar ar phlean i gníomh agus fuairmar moltaí is fiosathe ó roinnt des na gnólachtaí freisin, siodréic de hain.
Faoi deir seo an póstéir a daigh ling a chur le chéile. Tuairg sé an deis an Gaeilge labhairt sa cóphobal agus tionchar ar an Uailteach beag an seo i Lorna Cork a scapa amach.
Thaithin sé go mórlinn ar tuairimí smaointí agus aber is tíorú go nebhsblach. Bhí mar in ann ar gachanna a úsáid agus na scileanna a bheitúin sa todhchaí a cleachta leis.
Bhí sé go chúntacht labhairt le daoine mórthimpeall an scoil freisin. Bhíidir an dasling agus hatan an smaoinemh lo go mór. Fuairmar an cuid aiseolais dearfach utha agus an éineach le sin tá míad ag forbairt ó scileanna ceannaireachta agus banistú tionscnamh.
Tá comórtas beag idir sin hain agus an idir bhliain ó an uirg, mar bhuaid ar dúis le Cork City Lifelong Learning de bhór an tionscnamh a rinneadar. Tá míad timont a job níos fearr dhéanamh imlína.
Go míle maith agat.
Okay. That's way better. Text it. Text it.
I like Skull Cleaner because all the teachers are really kind and they teach us to be kind too.
What I like about my school is that there's a variety of nationalities and languages. We are all unique individuals with our own strengths and abilities.
I like the school because it has really good books and the teachers are really nice here. I like this school because the uniform and tracksuit are really comfortable.
I chose the school for its multi-denominational ethos. It really was what I was looking for and it lived up to its name. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is shown the same respect and acceptance. It really gives our children a view of how the world actually is multicultural and diverse, and encourages and nurtures them within their own beliefs, but also to accept and be respectful of other people's beliefs.
The teachers are nice and the children are nice. I really like how I have lots of friends in Skull Cleaner, and I like how Auntie Teresa greets me at the gate.
We chose Skull Cleaner because Ireland is an increasingly diverse society and we loved their inclusive, innovative and child-centred approach there. This is Harry, who started junior infants last September and loves going to school every day.
I'm Auntie Teresa. I love going to school because we learned lots of interesting things and I like to play with my friends in the yard and I can't wait to play with them. Bye, Auntie Teresa.
We do a lot of fun work. It's really nice going to school and I love going to the library. My favourite part of school is learning about math and having fun and playing with my friends.
My favourite thing about the school is that it's fair and the teachers are kind. My favourite subject in school is maths because you can solve lots of problems by just little sums.
The course I'm in right now is Creative Digital Media. Went to the open day and then I applied for the course. You've basically got the whole package here. After Effects, Final Cut Pro, Photoshop, you'll love coming here.
Doing this course, I found that I really enjoy hairdressing. We also do work experience, and through that I'm working now part-time in a hairdresser's, and I'm hoping to do that full-time when I finish the course here.
And it was always something I wanted to get my hands into, because it's the only place that had the course I wanted. It's great having your college in city centre, and it's easy to get to. I just love being in the workshop, and this is what I enjoy the most about it. Declan's pretty good too. So.
Down the road I hope to be a mechanic, and this is a great stepping stone. I don't know any other college that actually provides this course. When you're out working with the lads, there's always a bit of crack going on. If the banter wasn't there, it definitely wouldn't be the same.
I now call on Cork Education and Training Board's Chairman, Councillor Patrick Gerard Murphy, to welcome you all to this morning's virtual launch.
Hello everyone, I'm delighted to be here today contributing to the presentation of the Strategy Statement 2022 to 2026 of the Cork Education and Training Board. I'd like to thank the previous contributors, the Taoiseach Micheál Martin and the mayors of both Cork City and Cork County. I'd like to thank them for their kind words and words of support for the strategy statement. I'd also like to congratulate Suzanne Mullins, Director of OSD, and her team, who put an awful lot of hard work into preparing the strategy statement. I'd also like to thank all the stakeholders who contributed to developing this strategy, both internally, all our staff and our learners, and also externally, many organisations who benefit from our services. And I'd like to commend them on all the input they put into perfecting this strategy statement. Cork Education and Training Board was established in 2013, and I'm honoured to have been chairman of it since its inception. We have just in the process of completing our 2017 to 2021 strategy statement, which was the first in the organisation's history, and was very, very successful in delivering what we wanted to achieve. I'd also like to thank all our staff who have worked so tirelessly during this pandemic. I think it's very important to acknowledge that and acknowledge the difficult times we have been through, and to commend all our staff in being innovative and adaptive in continuing to deliver the first-class training and education services which we deliver. This statement is a blueprint for us for the next 5 years. It will shape the future of Cork Education Training Board in these challenging and changing times, and it will give us an impetus to develop our services for the modern era which we live in. I'd also like to thank my fellow board members who have contributed to this strategy statement. This is a living document, and we will be reviewing it on an ongoing basis over the 5 years of the plan. So I'd like to thank you all for tuning in today, and I hope to see you in person in the near future. Thank you.
Many thanks to our chairman. I now call on our Chief Executive, Mr. Dennis Leamy, to address us all.
Díomh maidin, is cúis fuair áthas dom fáilte chorómh go léir maidin chuig an seola fuireúil seo do rátéis stratéise bhórd idicus agus alúna Corcaí, ag clúdú na mlínta 2022 go dtí 2026. Dús ba bháil lom buíochas ó crí a gháil leis an Taoiseach Micheál Martin teachtadála as an áma thógáil chun tearach tacaíochta agus misnig a seola cuing don seola seo. Bhuail an buíochas a gháil có má le hardmhéara agus le méara chun dé Corcaí as deach tearachtaí tacaíochta don éigicht agus don rátéis stratéise. The development of this strategy statement has afforded Cork ETB the opportunity to re-examine who we are and how we do our business. It has come at an opportune time as we work to evaluate how we delivered our services during the COVID-19 pandemic and what we do to face the challenges and to avail of the opportunities that lie ahead. During the pandemic, we have demonstrated that we are an organisation that is committed to delivering excellent services and one which is capable of adapting and innovating, even in the most challenging of circumstances. We have shown commitment and bravery, and we have always placed the needs of our learners and our staff at the forefront of our considerations. Despite the unique demands that the COVID pandemic has placed on us, we have continued to be a leader in education, seeking out new opportunities for development and growth. In that context, I want to once again put on record my appreciation to all our staff for their commitment to Cork ETB and to our learners. Cork Education and Training Board is now entering a period of considerable change and opportunity. The strategy statement defines the direction that Cork Education and Training Board will take over the next 5 years. It is the end product of a very considered process that involved internal and external stakeholders and ensured that all views were taken into consideration. I would like to thank all those involved for their commitment to and engagement with the process, and I want to acknowledge the valuable insights that were shared with the development team. Cork ETB has made strategic planning part of its corporate culture and will continue to develop implementation plans to support the delivery of the goals and objectives that were developed through the consultation process. As we now move forward to a period of living with COVID and indeed hopefully moving beyond COVID, our new strategy statement will provide us with the direction and impetus required to ensure that we remain a pivotal force in the delivery of education services in Cork City and County. I would like to share with you today some thoughts on our key priorities, goals and objectives as they are laid out in the strategy statement. The strategy contains 5 primary pillars. During the lifetime of this plan, it is our intention to focus on the development and enhancement of these pillars. Our first pillar is learning and teaching. This is core business and at the heart of what we do. Cork ETB wants to lead and transform this area as we continue to meet the needs and requirements of all our learners and stakeholders. We will be at the forefront of new developments and initiatives in teaching and learning and in educational provision. By providing a clear focus on high-quality teaching and learning, we aim to be the first choice provider for parents and learners in our communities. Our second pillar is our team and organisation. Our people are our most valuable resource. We are privileged to have such an exceptional team. This strategy supports our commitment to ongoing investment in our people, their learning and career development, and to helping them build skill sets and capabilities relevant to the future. It maps out an exciting future of growth and development for Cork ETB. Our third pillar is communicating and connecting. Internal and external communication is key to Cork ETB's success. We will continue to listen to our learners so that we fully understand their needs. We will work closely with education partners so that what we provide is appropriate to the needs of our communities and to our country. Our fourth pillar is supporting equality, diversity and inclusion. Diversity should be celebrated. We can learn so much from one another, about one another and about ourselves. Cork ETB will work as a community to ensure we live our values and guiding principles and provide a safe, inclusive space for our learners and our staff. Our fifth and final pillar is infrastructure. Cork ETB will continue to work with our parent departments to develop and expand our facilities portfolio so that we can continue to deliver the high-quality education as set out in our vision and mission statements. We will work to provide high-quality and up-to-date infrastructure for our learners and staff, while at the same time promoting and developing a sustainable and green environment. Now, the hard work of implementing this strategy begins now. The implementation of the strategic plan is critical to the future development of Cork ETB as a provider of choice for learners. A crucial element will be to strategically plan and align our delivery plan with the goals and objectives set out over the next 5 years. We live in a time of significant and exciting change. The external environment has provided Cork ETB with the need and the opportunity to adapt to the evolving context in which we now operate. Underlying all our strategic goals is a very real determination to ensure excellence in all that we do. While our strategic plan is ambitious, it is attainable. Significant work is already occurring across multiple areas of Cork ETB with regard to the delivery of these goals and objectives. Cork Education and Training Board will continue to explore new ways of interacting with its stakeholders, learners and local communities and ensure that the goals and objectives of this strategy are implemented. This strategy is a process, part of an ongoing effort by the organisation as a whole. Working together, we can achieve it. I'm confident, therefore, that this strategy statement is a valuable step forward in the future of Cork Education and Training Board. Gurab Míle Maithagh.
Thank you, Mr. Leamy. We will now proceed with some more videos that were prepared for the launch.
Performing arts have a long-standing tradition within Coláiste Mhuire Chua. In recent years, we have been honoured to continue this tradition and have had great success winning the Briary Gap Transition Year Entertainment Festival in 2019 and 2020. In 2019, the performance was inspired by The Greatest Showman, and in 2020, The Life and Times of Freddie Mercury was the inspiration behind our success. I must thank both Ms. Emma McCafferty and Ms. Trina Dillon for their tireless work on these projects. This is a national drama competition that is open to all second level schools in Ireland. All participants start out in the regional phase, and those who are successful progress to the annual national finals, which take place each February in the Everyman Theatre Cork. As mentioned earlier, we have been national winners in the light entertainment category 2 years running, and we look forward to defending our title in 2022. This event also recognises individual talent, and in 2019, Jack Fitzgerald was awarded Best Male Performer at the final showcase. Jack has since gone on to attend the Munster Technical University School of Music, where he is studying for a Bachelor of Arts Honours degree in Music and Theatre. In addition, Miss Emma McCafferty was awarded Best Director and Choreographer in both 2019 and 2020. Drama is a timetable TY subject in Coláiste Mhuire Chua, and all students are encouraged to explore their own talents throughout the year. From acting to sound editing to hair and makeup to stage design, everyone has a part to play. The TY drama experience begins with drama workshops. We then move on to auditions for acting parts and also to assigning off-stage roles. As the project moves towards the rehearsal phase, the whole school community has an important part to play as we draw on various subject departments to perfect the performance. These include Home Economics Department for costume design, the Technology Departments for stage design, and the English Department to work on scripts. In reality, the hands of the entire school touched this project.
During the pandemic, Cork ETB proudly took the lead in responding to the needs of young people across Cork City and County with the development of various programmes. This included the very successful Urban Outdoor Initiative. Over 6 weeks, in collaboration with Kinsale Outdoor Education Centre, we brought outdoor activities to the doorstep of almost 800 young people. Gathering on the River Lee, River Blackwater and Bantry Bay, the participants engaged in kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding and scale new heights on the mobile climbing wall.
Recently, we spent 2 days out here on the river. We did some kayaking, we did some paddleboarding, a bunch of messing around group activities out on the water. I have to say, for me, it was great crack. It was a lot of fun to go out with my friends, go out with everyone I know from the youth centre, and just spend time out in the water doing the team building exercises, activities, and overall I had a great time.
First of all, I just want to thank Cork ETB for arranging the paddleboarding and the kayaking for us, the Develop Behind the Mount UBU project, and to thank Kinsale Outdoor Education. It's a great opportunity to have when times are actually very tough for young people and for everybody in our project, and to get out into the fields, which is very local. It was walking distance, and it was great that Kinsale was able to come up to us.
I thought Phoenix Park was a great chance for the youth and us to go and have fun, just having a crack and learning new stuff.
I thought they were very nice. We had a good laugh. It was good as well, before we get out and play. We look at the training, so it was good anyway. I enjoyed it.
I knew music was what I wanted to do, but I wasn't 100% sure if I was ready to commit to like a 4-year degree. It's just a great community. You meet really good people and everyone's treated equally, which is brilliant.
I'm in my second year of digital media here at CSN. It's a lot of being totally creative with what you're doing, and you learn everything you need to get into the industry. This has led me to get to Solent University in England to do my top-up to get my bachelor's. I'm nearly finished my first year in social care in CIT, and I found it really easy because I'd done a year in CSN and I just felt a step ahead of everyone else.
First off, it's very easy to get to, and I find that an awful lot of people who are in the college are of a similar age group to myself. There's great facilities here, there's great staff, loads of new friends, loads of new contacts. The amount of stuff that we're hearing about is fantastic.
Skills to Advance is a funding scheme aimed at upskilling those in employment. It's mainly aimed at small to medium enterprise and local business needs. There are some national programmes. These are aimed at strategic skill development, which is areas that SOLAS have identified nationally as being important for our economy. The ILM Leadership and Management Programme is a national programme. In 2021, Dell approached the Skills to Advance team to discuss working with them on one of their own strategic skill needs. Dell have a moonshot goal to have 50% female leadership within its organisation by 2030. We worked with Dell to design and deliver a programme to female staff to help them achieve this. Collaboration between Dell staff, the Skills to Advance team, particularly Carol Carey, contractor training with Mary Manning, our contractor, and the Cork Training Centre Tel Support team, Aisling Quinn and John Healy, enabled us to design, structure and deliver a successful programme to meet their needs. Key to the programme's success was flexibility. The ILM programme has multiple modules, which enabled Dell to choose the modules that best suited their business. Delivery was scheduled to suit the business need, and the ease of access to our staff to support and guide them made the process very easy for the company. To date, 28 female staff in Dell have successfully completed the programme. Some of these have already been promoted. The next group has started training. So, through collaboration, open engagement and support, we are helping Dell to work towards the achievement of their moonshot goal and helping women in their workplace progress to leadership positions and women within our local economy. In 2022, we will continue to work with Dell, and we will also work with other companies within our region to enable them to achieve their goals.
My name is Bromi Fulla and I'm the Deputy Secretary General of DCMU in 2020. It's not like, oh, it's changed my life. I'm not trying to sound cliche, but like, it really has. My confidence has grown. Public speaking, like I never thought that I'd be able to speak in front of over 600 people, plus teachers, and like it's amazing what it does for you.
There is a lot more responsibility involved with being a member of Chief Staff. I suppose when you're a delegate, you don't see all the things that go on behind the scenes. But as Chief Staff this year, I see a lot of things that I haven't seen before, and I just kind of had to change myself and adapt to these new things.
Students would come to Kinsale College because we have one of the leading outdoor programs in the country. The program's been running for about 30 years now, and it gives students proficiencies and skills in sailing, windsurfing, kayaking, mountaineering, climbing. That's the first year program, level 5, and the level 6 outdoor leadership program will allow them to work in the industry as instructors.
Hi, my name is Trace. I'm studying sustainable horticulture and permaculture here at Kinsale College. I love it because we have amazing teachers. You get a lot of practical hands-on experience and the field trips are great.
I'm Anya Wade and I'm the English language teacher here at Kinsale College. In the course we cover General English, First Certificate exam preparation and phonetics. So it's the complete English language learning package.
I'm a first year drama student in Kinsale College. It's such a supportive group. It's so easy to do. You think it's going to be a difficult thing to do, but when you get into this place, the entire college just supports you. I would highly recommend it to anyone to do it because it has changed my life.
Five years ago, I led out on the development of Cork Education and Training Board's first strategy statement. I am just as proud to have been involved in the development of our second strategy statement, which sets out what are our key priorities, goals and objectives over the period 2022 to 2026. We are a learning organisation, which is why on reflection we took a different approach to how we developed our new strategy statement to ensure that the result is a statement that reflects views from across a wide range of stakeholders, will enable the organisation to stretch and be responsive to whatever challenges Cork Education and Training Board may face over the next 5 years. To ensure that the broad base of knowledge and experience were at the core of the formulation of the goals and objectives, we established two key groups. The groups were a corporate development team for the coordination of the project, drafting and finalising of statement, and a project senior management team made up of a broad base of representation from further education and training, colleges and administration for the deliberation of consultative feedback to formulate the priorities, goals and objectives. To assist with the project and to ensure we were developing a strategy without bias, we engaged an external consultant, which was invaluable in putting the tough questions to us and allowed for more robust stakeholder engagement. This was a different approach in that it wasn't developed purely from a corporate perspective, but with the voices of our leaders in education and training being part of the decision-making process. In addition to the broad consultation, the broad-based decision-making group for the development of the priorities, goals and objectives resulted in a statement that has our staff and learners at the core of its development. Through a process of extensive consultation, we went back to basics and queried whether our vision, mission and values were appropriate and relevant in our new world of living with COVID, and how we had to adapt as an organisation to this global pandemic. While it was identified that the substance of our vision and mission was appropriate, it was decided that both required an amendment to ensure they were relevant in the current environment and will hold true for the next 5 years. Our vision for Cork ETB is a driving force of education and training in Cork, providing high-quality services which are innovative, responsive and inclusive. To support this vision, our mission is to plan, provide, support and coordinate education, training and youth services in Cork, to empower our learners and communities to reach their potential by incorporating leading national and international practice in the delivery of learning. This mission is being lived daily in every Cork college and centre of further education and training. It was also established that our values, as defined in 2014, remain very important to us as an organisation, with a strong reaction that we shouldn't change them. We did have a mixed review on whether one should be replaced, with many options being put forward. It was clear from this exercise that rather than lose a value, we needed to add the value of inclusive, which was the predominant preference and one that has evolved. The values that we live are well considered in respect of what they mean and how they are to be lived. Our values are brave. We put our learners first and are not afraid to make the hard decisions required to deliver the best possible service. Committed. We have a clear vision and purpose with which we are fully engaged and on which we are determined to deliver. Positive. We are optimistic and confident about our opportunities, our challenges, and believe we can make a positive difference to the lives of the people we serve. Leading. We expect our people to be leaders, to have a clear vision, to take the initiative, to inspire and to motivate learners and colleagues through their example. Innovative. We are focused on constant improvement and being at the forefront of change and motivation in education and training. Caring. We adopt a respectful approach to our learners and staff and strive to ensure that each person using our services reaches their potential. Inclusive. We recognise the diversity of our learners, staff and communities and strive to actively support their differing needs, remove barriers, to engage and promote a culture which fosters and appreciates this diversity. The full set is reflective of the culture of Cork ETB, which is evidenced in how our people interact and deliver for our learners on a daily basis. The values are underpinned by a set of guiding principles: prioritising the needs of learners, delivering a high-quality service, acting with professional integrity, doing the right thing, treating people with dignity and respect, being fair, open and accountable, ensuring value for money, operating to the highest ethical, professional, moral and legal standards. These guiding principles, our values, goals, priorities and objectives are what makes our strategy statement a living document which sets out the roadmap that will enable the organisation to reflect on an annual basis so that we can continue to grow and be responsive to the needs of our wide community. We would now like to share with you an infographic of highlights from the strategy statement. We will now take the opportunity to view the remainder of the showcase videos from our learners and staff.
A few years ago, we started running some gardening and sustainability courses with our tutor here, Eilish Mundy, at the Clonakilty Further Education and Training Centre. These groups were always busy planting seeds and digging plots, and they really went from strength to strength. Each year they were completing modules in things like vegetable crop production, plant propagation and community participation. Then in 2019, they worked together to decorate the garden in the local community hospital with fully biodegradable Christmas decorations. And this was a project which they looked forward to running again in future years.
In my gardening, I encourage sustainable practices at all times. I teach the groups how to save seeds, how to make organic feeds and composts. We not only plant a wide range of vegetables, but also pollinators to support biodiversity. And where possible, we practice organic pest and weed control. During the lockdown, my group was made up of 8 females and 1 male learner from a range of age groups. And I suppose what was most remarkable about them is what we find remarkable about the majority of our adult learner groups, in that they love the sense of being part of a group while pursuing their engagement with lifelong learning. The learners enjoy each other's company and are a great source of support for one another. And during the lockdown, they were an amazing example of how people grew together while being apart.
Hi, I'm Susie, and I was part of last year's community gardening programme. When lockdown hit, we were all forced inside and we couldn't meet up again, but we found great companionship and community in an online forum, and through that we were able to plan and propagate our own vegetables and flowers that we then took out into the greater community and shared our love of.
Growth in conversations. You may be surprised to know that currently 1 in 10 pupils attending primary schools in the Republic of Ireland are foreign-born or the child of a foreign-born parent. This statistic is sufficient to inform us that Ireland is now a multicultural society. Various integration programmes have been set in place by statutory, NGO and other voluntary groups to assist the process of mutual integration between immigrants and local Irish communities. Allow me to introduce you to a unique course in integration. The innovative aspect of growth through conversations is in its methodology and location. The programme consists of creating a garden project where the students plant and nurture flowers, vegetables and fruit on the grounds of Ennismore. The students also attend, where necessary, English language classes and upskill their proficiency in IT. Individual counselling and life coaching is also offered to all participants. In addition to cultivating various crops, the students are given cookery lessons using dishes created from their produce. Finally, it is hoped to also teach marketing through the establishment of a farmers' market where the produce of the project will be sold. Currently, there are up to 40 adults participating in this project. In addition to the Irish participants, we have adults from Moldova, Zimbabwe, Syria, Congo, Kenya, Afghanistan, Iraq and Iran. Some of the Irish participants on the Growth Through Conversations would never have had more than a casual encounter with a foreign national. This course offers them an opportunity to learn about the culture and customs of another person and culture. Growth through conversations allows the participant to direct their own progress. It is akin to the pedagogy of Paulo Freire, bottom-up rather than top-down learning. The Growth Through Conversation is validated for the Level 3 QQI award.
Cork ETB's North Cork Upholstery and Design project received a highly commended initiative award in the Sustainable Development Through Education category at this year's Aintus Star Awards. The upholstery classes, under Community Education and then BTEI, progressed firstly from a non-accredited short approach, introducing practical skills to adult learners, to nationally accredited courses. It provides a very positive first step back into education, with a key focus on learning skills through real hands-on upcycling of old furniture and materials. Learners are contributing to sustainability through upcycling materials that would otherwise end up as waste. These skills are highly sought after, but are very much in decline. Learners then progress to QQI accredited courses at levels 3, 4 and 5, enhancing their skills and knowledge through their progression. Learners gain the confidence to join other adult education classes, and for others, it has given employment-relevant skills that has enabled a number of learners to set up their own successful upholstery businesses. These upholstery classes are an inspiring example of excellent community education in practice. The tutors create a safe, nurturing, welcoming space where adult learners from diverse backgrounds grow in confidence. They are combining education with sustainability to enhance the prospects of a future where local innovation and community spirit will give us hope.
Colossacolum have been producing transitional musicals annually and biannually since 1987. Each year we have a long interview and audition process, and then we populate our 8 crews with some 200 plus students. Our crews include cast, obviously, but also mini company, construction, stage management, art and design, to name but a few. Last year, obviously, things were a little different and we had to be extra creative and quite a number of times. And because we believe that the process of putting our production on stage is just as important a learning experience for our students as the actual production itself, we decided to consult with them and to consult with parents, and our filmed version was created. So Little Shop of Horrors, which was supposed to appear over 4 nights on our stage in our Culturalin in Colossacolum, became Little Shop / Year of Horrors, which was filmed all over Ballincollig village. And it was a huge success, and I hope you enjoy the extract from it. Gurmagov.
Alarm goes off at 7 and you start uptown. You put in your 8 hours for the powers that have always been. Sing it, child, till it's 5 p.m.
Then you go
downtown, where the folks are broke. You go downtown, where your life's a joke. You go downtown, where you buy your toke. And you go home to Skid Row, home to Skid Row.
Yes, you go
Downtown, where the cabs don't stop. Downtown,
where the food is slop.
downtown, where the hot hats flop in the snow. Down on Skid Row. Uptown, you cater to 1,000,000 jerks. Uptown, your messengers and mailroom clerks, eating all your lunches at the hot dog carts. The bosses take your money and they break your hearts. Uptown, you cater to 1,000,000 whores. You disinfect Toronto on their bathroom floors. Your morning tribulations, afternoons are curse, and 5 o'clock is even worse.
That's when you go
Downtown, where the guys are trips. Downtown, where they rip your slips. Downtown, where relationships are now go. Down on Skid Row. Down on Skid Row. Down on Skid Row. Down on Skid Row.
My relationship with Cork College Commerce and our relationship as a business goes back well over 20 years, and there's 2 facets to the relationship. Number 1 is our stock market course, which we give as an adult education course, and secondly, we've built a long and deep relationship with the College Commerce in terms of taking on work experience students, part-time students who work with us as they're doing their courses, but also graduates of the Cork College of Commerce.
The business course in College Com helped me massively in my career in numerous levels, from networking with people to learning the basic skills and knowledge of business. It actually brought me over to Swansea, strangely enough. The college and myself actually identified that the business course would be more suitable for what I wanted to do, which led me to something I never thought I'd get in my life, which is a college degree, which then led me to start up my own business, which I'm extremely proud of.
After my course in College of Commerce, I started working in Bandon Harrow for St. Thais. I'm salesperson over there. The skills what you will get in the College of Commerce you will use in your future, in your business and in your career as well.
The Cork College of Commerce is meeting the needs of the community in many different ways, but I think the key areas really is the linkages, the close linkages, the location of the College of Commerce to us.
To anyone considering a career in business, I definitely recommend that they come to College of Commerce. Regardless if you know what you want to do here or if you just want to get into the general field of business, they'll point you in the right direction and give you all the help you need.
Hello and welcome to Glanmire Community College. My name is Claire Madden and today we're going to talk to you about My Brain and Me.
And my name is Cor McKenna. In a nutshell, My Brain and Me is a 100-hour junior cycle short course which our students participate in one class a week for their 3 years at junior cycle. The aim of the course is to get students to understand and explore how learning happens and to equip them with a variety of effective learning strategies.
My Brain and Me is the first short course of its kind in Ireland, which uses cutting-edge research on cognitive science to support students to learn how to learn effectively.
Our students learn about the basics of cognitive science, how learning happens, the impact of paying attention on learning, how their memories work, why they forget things, and how processing too much information too quickly causes cognitive overload.
We also equip our students with training in using evidence-based learning strategies, such as retrieval practice, sketch notes, graphic organizers, flashcards, and using spaced practice. They also learn how to work with their peers effectively through the use of paired study strategies.
Importantly, they then get an opportunity to apply this knowledge of how learning happens to reflect on themselves as a learner. Our students become responsible for their own personal learning pitfalls and successes.
For example, our students know that staring at a textbook for an hour isn't going to magically transfer information into their brains in time for their test tomorrow morning.
Our students know cramming in piles of information the night before a test is not going to lead to long-term learning that sticks in their brains.
Our students now know that self-testing or retrieval practice leads them to know what they do know and what they don't know, so they can focus their attention on what actually needs work.
Our teaching colleagues have also begun using strategies from My Brain and Me in their own subjects over the last 2 years, which has greatly helped in integrating the process of learning for our students.
It is our strong belief that because our students have explored the cognitive science behind how learning happens, that they are becoming motivated to use effective learning strategies and become self-sufficient, lifelong learners.
Hi, my name is Alan O'Sullivan.
And my name is Cormac Harris, and we are Leaving Cert students in Colossacullen, Ballincollig.
In January 2020, we took part in the BT Young Scientists and Technologists exhibition, where we came away with the top prize. For the next year, we developed our project more, and last September we took part in the European Union Contest for Young Scientists, where we also came away with the top prize.
Our project was titled A Statistical Investigation into the Prevalence of Gender Stereotyping in 5 to 7-year-olds. We carried out 6 survey questions across students in 5 schools, and 376 students in total were surveyed. One of our most shocking results was when we asked the students to draw a picture of an engineer. Over 95% of boys drew a male, compared to 50% of girls drawing a female engineer.
Then, based on the results, we decided to develop an initiative to help combat gender bias in schools. An example of one of our resources is a teacher checklist. This checklist is to make teachers aware of what they do and say in classrooms.
We are delighted to get more exposure and to shine a light on the really important topic that is gender stereotyping.
We think it is fantastic that a social science project like ours is getting recognition at a both national and European level.
We hope that our project will inspire more young people to get interested in STEM and to consider a career in STEM.
Hello, my name is Phil O'Flynn and I'm Principal here at Terence McSweeney Community College and Gael Closh to Vic Hibna. I hope you'll enjoy the bilingual rap that you're about to hear. It was composed to celebrate the two languages that are valued here in our school culture. The students recorded the rap with GMC Beats, and this was sponsored by the JCSP librarian Anne Masterson. Their teacher, Miss Hilary O'Connor, was very involved with the students as they wrote the lyrics.
Believe in yourself, you'll be unstoppable. No matter what, avoid the negativity. Never say never, open up possibilities. Keep going to the best of my ability. Leave you in shock, my style's electricity. Mahim hard bar, agus bay and stoitcha. But valum kana, team fill no hoitcha.
Eg chocht on troy de canok na hina. Eg din of a shin le ma fobble na dina. Fuckle ma ashle ni tree don iha. Erit on le eg screeve elon linta. Docus, docus, docus.
I'm a beast on the court, like a beat through a flower. From my paper in the bin after writing for an hour. They always keep it quiet like a church when I'm stepping in. Leave them in the dust underground like a skeleton. I'll backlash on Agla, let it disappear. Tadok is team will fade, get the on spare.
Eg Eric Ream, miss eg Eric Screeve. Eg tort ma anum is me creedy. On Sundays I thought a quid we can't ignore. Smuinig feet down we have to explore. Not be her free hormiella. Focus on your goals like Yorick and Marpella. For the future I try to be hopeful. For that I need my mind to be open. It's a ghost town the second I step in. Pull up, take my shot like I'm Steffin. Docus, 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 I'm talking. Oh, sorry, me sham great. Le killa, let's bring. Chuckling docus, docus. Sir John F. Yovi. Oh, Carnegie, oh, sword. Oh, Miss Query, come king.
To me, Mala College is like a community of people that are coming from different backgrounds, different ages. It's very welcoming. The teachers here are very helpful. They're so approachable. If you even go over and sit in the canteen, they all mingle. Nobody's left out here. You'd often see elderly people sitting with young people, which is great to see too.
I like studying here because it's a great stepping stone into either further education or the career path that you choose with its wide variety of courses.
Mala College is very close to me, so it's accessible and there is a wide range of courses there. There's something for everyone. Everyone's friendly. There's help to be given all the time.
On behalf of the Executive, I would like to thank everyone who engaged with the consultation process for the strategy statement. In particular, I would like to thank the Strategy Development Steering Group for all the work undertaken. I would also like to thank Peter Ryan from Maury Consulting, who assisted and guided Cork Education and Training Board in the development of the strategy statement. I would like to acknowledge all the learners and staff who worked on videos for the showcase. I think everyone will agree it was great to see just a snippet of the talent that exists within Cork Education and Training Board. I would like to thank the Lord Mayor, An Taoiseach, and the Mayor of the County of Cork for sending messages to Cork Education and Training Board for this launch. Finally, I would like to thank the staff of the VE Studios and Hopkins Communications for their assistance in putting this event together. That brings Cork Education and Training Board's virtual launch of the Strategy Statement 2022 to 2026 to an end. We will close out now with one final musical learner showcase. Many thanks to all for attending, Take care and stay safe.
Day feels the same. It's been a while since I called your name. Some days the light comes true. Wish I could hear more from you. Come here, my dear. There's no need to fear. Fear, my dear. There's no need to fear. Lose yourselves at home. Use each other to cope. Just break through these blues. Don't fear it. We lose ourselves at home. World left me behind, and I wish I could turn back time. We lost our way in the shadows. We were so far from home. I gotta tell so be awful. No mistake will escape us. Lose yourselves at home. Use each other to go. Just break through these blues. Don't fear it. We lose ourselves at home. Lose yourselves at home. Use each other to go. Just break through these blues. Don't fear it. We lose ourselves at home.